Oh, I know why else you were because I was trying to figure out. Yeah, I was talking out loud to myself because this room, uh, uh, instead of the private room, this room doesn't have the backgrounds anymore. It only has like these ugly ones or the ones that move or whatever. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have like the like. This is kind of boring. It's not joyful. I want one with lots of colors like before, but now I guess I have to make it. Or like this one I have saved. Like, look at. Oh no, you see how the colors are around it? Can you see the colors?
No.
Okay, wait.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I
I
got
guess
one.
we could use it. Yeah, I don't like this one either, though. That's not real. Ah, we didn't have any time.
I thought Cynthia wasn't coming on.
Like, what?
I thought she wasn't coming on.
She said she wasn't. But
Why
here
you
she
gotta look
is.
all good again? Stop.
I know. Wait, do I look good though? Do I look good? You mean her camera?
Yeah.
But I'm the most beautifulest, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Say
All
it
right,
to
The most
the
beautiful of all.
be the most beautiful girl
all right.
in
Listen.
the world. You ever
Okay,
hear
let's
that?
put the music on. You guys are crazy. Okay, wait a second. All right.
It's Friday.
We're early, right?
Yeah,
Wait, we're live?
We're
we
late.
are.
We are. Here we go. Here we go.
So, sure. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it? That thing you do. Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Melanie. I see Melanie's in the house. How are you?
I
Melanie.
I think it's funny, Rick. You didn't know we were live. That's so funny.
No. So now we gotta explain so nobody thinks nothing weird. So
What?
we're
That you
hating,
were being real? Like that you
we're
were being
hating
your
on
real self? You
Cynthia
were being real?
because her freaking phone makes her look so freaking good. And now it's like we look like from 19 something else, and she looked like
I
she's
still look the
2025.
beautifulest, okay? Like I'm the most beautifulest ever. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's using her phone so her crystal clear liver isn't Memorex. That's a good one.
I'm
Wow, who's
AI.
today? So she's using her phone because we've had it with her internet. So this is easier, right? Rick, you could use your phone. Yeah, I can't use my phone either. I would go crazy. I'd be like, it'd be too small.
Did you notice?
What?
There.
Just
Cynthia.
Cynthia. That's because every time I introduce you in the private room, but yesterday I didn't. I just said Cynthia Lopez or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I just said one name, but just Cynthia. Yeah. Should we all do that? Should I be like just Carmen? Yeah. Okay. So how you guys doing?
Good. Glad it's Friday. Lord have mercy. I've never been so glad that it's Friday in my life.
Why? What happened?
Work was rough and home life, you know what that means, was rough. It was like, well, I need a break. So I'm glad I finally got it.
I don't know how you get a break over the weekend though. Is it just because you don't have to work?
That makes all the difference.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Cynthia, how was your week? I know we spoke yesterday, but
Today was a rough one. Today was very busy and chaotic. But on a good note, did you guys see my little post on Facebook? My grandson was the one who said play ball at the Red Sox game.
yeah.
Oh.
So I need to figure out why. I mean, we can talk about Gray in a moment. That's his name, right? And he didn't throw out the first ball, but he said play ball, which I say this respectfully. I guess that's a really big deal because you all posted it. All of you posted it. The video and everything. But what's with your sound? I don't know. Rick, you have to figure it out, right? Every time she talks, that's like she's spitting a little bit. You're not, but
It's staticky or
yeah.
It's like little clicks.
It's like, but not that. But it is that. I don't know why. All it reminds me of is like if you're wearing a lavalier mic, you know, a mic that you hit it.
I got one.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, these.
Yeah.
that's so weird.
It's like you're hitting it all the time. It's just weird.
I don't think that's what it is.
No,
An
no,
ex-
because she's not wearing that. So yeah.
an external mic might actually help.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll worry about it later. It's fine. I heard it in the recording yesterday a little bit too, but it's fine. Look at this is 100 times better. So I'm fine. I'm fine. Excuse me for a moment. I'm just expecting one more text message. No, this is okay, this is what I'm talking about. So on Substack, I put on my notifications and now I'm confusion. I don't know what is going on here because I'm getting every notification no matter who posts on there, and I do not want this. You guys don't know anything about Substack, do you?
Just a little bit.
Just that I use it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, okay. So that's not the text I'm waiting for. So we had a great conversation yesterday and with Josh Simons, and that'll be on Sunday. It'll be an interesting conversation. I wanted to let Chris Gales know about it because I think he would probably benefit from checking that out. But everyone will. He talks a lot about business. I didn't realize that, and so that was really good. It sounds boring, but he's so cool. He's like a big time CEO in Australia. And at 120 countries because he let us know.
Yeah.
Like, no, he didn't. But he's really cool, really fun CEO. Great conversation on Sunday. So check that out at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, I had to do that. Yesterday, we had a little conversation afterwards about parenting because you were talking about Gray. But first, how did Gray get the opportunity to say play ball to the Red Sox? How did that happen?
Well, Sadita, his mom, my daughter, she works at Fenway, and of course, like sometimes she'll bring Gray to work and things like that. So everyone there knows him. Like they all love him. I don't know how they like picked him to do it. Maybe they just thought it was fun, but yeah,
well, he seemed so excited. So
he
good
was
for him.
so excited.
What's
He
with the
was
hair? What are we doing with the hair? Are we not
He
braiding
doesn't
it?
want to cut it. He doesn't want to braid it. He just wants it out. Yeah.
All right. And I know how much you love that. You think my hair is crazy. I was like, how is Cynthia dealing with Gray? Because Gray's hair, like he's what, 7?
Yeah. He's 7, yeah.
He's 7. His hair, I'm not exaggerating. It's like this. So adorable, but I'm like, Cynthia, I know is dying over this hairdo. So, because you think my hair
like I want to braid it, curl it, something.
Yeah, well, at the very least, we need to moisturize it. That's what I was thinking. Like if we could just do some grease, just a little bit, I was like, oh, but he was so cute. He was so happy. You could tell. So,
oh yeah.
Rick, are we bothering you? Do you need a minute?
I wanted to see the video, so I'm watching it right now.
He's so cute. Well, we could show it. I'm not prepared to show it. All right, I'm not prepared. I was gonna, but I'm not prepared to show it. Would that bother you, Cynthia?
No.
I don't know how to. Yeah. Rick, you could put it. Okay, never mind. All right. Anyway, he's adorable. Okay. We were talking about parenting because of that situation. So I wanted to see if you guys want to talk a little bit more about that. What?
Oh no, it wasn't him. It was my other grandson that's here.
Right, but it was just parents. Oh, it wasn't about Gray. It was about Xavier. Xavier.
Yeah.
Xavier. Yeah. Okay. So here's my question because we'll just see how this goes and then we can talk about whatever you want. Because you guys always say work sucks, by the way, always. We all do. It's like a boring conversation. Like we're all like, yeah, work sucked. And here's why. It had to work. I'm like, I don't know if that's as much fun as we once thought. Okay. Right. Did we grow up in fear or in structure?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, both.
Expand.
We feared our parents, but they also taught us manners and, right from wrong and how to behave with others and know your place.
Okay, now you're just going in and out. Rick, have you noticed that now she's going in and out?
Some of your words, actually, yeah.
Yeah, we missed a whole bunch of those words. I don't know why. Maybe you have to be a little bit closer to your phone or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Say it again.
I said that we
Hey, Jesse.
We had both because we feared our parents, but they also taught us manners and, how to act around certain people and, speak when you're spoken to and don't be disrespectful and things like that. But, they also
As
put the
opposed
fear of
to
God in
now?
us. Now these kids, they don't care.
Mm-mm.
They disrespect their elders. They disrespect their teachers, like anybody. Like like I said before, it's kids having kids. And, they're not the same. It's not the same. Are you, Rick?
Well, if you didn't follow the structure, you were about to experience fear. So both, yes. You got both, 100%. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I learned quick how to keep dad happy. Because if dad ain't happy, ain't nobody having a good day. Nobody. I
So
was
I gotta. Oh, go
under
ahead.
the at the dinner table when I could tell they're about I didn't care my brother or my mother. If they're about to say something that I knew would tick off my dad, I would literally kick him under the table and give him an eye like, "Are you out your mind? Don't say that." I was a peacemaker.
See, I don't remember fearing my mother, but it's because I was so young, right? So when she passed away, but I actually think the Catholic Church was my fear. I mean, that's where we learned our discipline and our structure, Cynthia. I'm not trying to be mean, but it felt like that's where the wrath of God literally every time
Oh
you
yeah,
went into this class, you know what I mean? And the guilt factor,
the guilt. Yeah.
yeah, the guilt was like even after my mother died, I thought she could see me. You know what I mean? Like I had the fear of like her being able to come back after she passed away. Jesse said even adults having kids find ways not to hold them accountable. They defend them even when the kid is 100% wrong. But
That's
aren't
true.
these okay? I say this respectfully. So the adults who are talking about, well, the children who are having children that you say, aren't those the children you guys had? I'm just curious. Aren't these your children? Or are we talking about other children?
We talk about other children.
Oh, your children are good. Okay. I just want
No,
to make
I'm not saying that.
Okay. I'm just
But
confused because people always complaining, and I'm like, aren't these your kids that you raised?
it's funny because we've had this conversation with the kids, and they always said that Juan was the passive one and I was the strict one.
Mm-hmm.
And which is true because my nieces and my nephews say the same thing. Like I'm always a strict one, but I'm always the cool one that they want to be around. But I've also taught them manners and what to do and what not to do. Juan's always the fun one who wants to just goof around and let's play jokes on Cynthia and stuff like that. So again, they had a little bit of both. So I was strict with them kind of in the same way my mom was with us, but it kind of seems like now they both have kids. So, they're both a little strict with their kids, but they also, have fun with them because they're both single parents. But I think you have to find a right balance. I think some other kids, they tend not to find that balance of, teaching their kids to respect their elders and, also having fun. I think that's where they kind of miss the whole thing.
Mm. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm not a parent. And I think it's an interesting thing because, Andrea, Mia, so many people, and you're all the ones with the kids. And I'm like, so I'm confused why you're so angry with the grandchildren and the way your children are raising your grandchildren when you're the ones who raised the kids that are having the children. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused.
I'm not upset with the grandchildren. No. I'm not upset with the grandchildren.
No, I know. That's exactly what I'm saying is you're upset with the way in which, not you, but what we were talking about yesterday was this idea like, kids are raising kids and they don't have discipline like we did. They don't have this. And I'm saying, I know, but didn't you raise them?
Well, there
Sorry,
are two
we
people.
gonna fight.
No. Two people make a child.
Mhm.
I'm not talking about my child. I'm talking about the other parent and how they're raising the child.
So the father or the mother. Yeah. So the in-law.
Yeah.
So, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay. Jesse just said, I feel like kids feel more safe when they know the expectations, and your kids and youngsters in your family know what to expect from you. They love being with you because there's no confusion and they feel safe. That's my take anyway. Yeah, no, that's cool. I get it. I think I guess, look I'm not a parent, and I always say that, and yet I feel very comfortable telling every other motherfucking parent what they're doing wrong, because I do have a different perspective, because I am watching,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from a different point of view. I think, first of all, I don't think parenting is exclusive to the people that actually have the children. That's part of the problem. When I was growing up, and it's the reason why I'm okay today and I made it through, everyone and their mother thought it was their business to tell a child what to do, whether it was, you know what I mean? Like it was just the next door neighbor, or it was like,
Oh, yeah.
somebody else in the class's parent,
Back
I
then, it literally was the village taking
it was
care
a
of your children.
village,
Yeah.
so there was all this responsibility. But now if we even look at a kid wrong, you know what I mean? Like the parents will come after you. And I always tell this story. I remember when I got in trouble or whatever was happening in grammar school or whatever. And, my mom, or I think it was your mom I forget who it was, but somebody was coming up because somebody got in trouble. There was no way in hell my mother or your mother was going to take the side of the kid.
Right.
They were always going to be on the teacher's side. You know what I mean? Like, but now what I see is that when parents are being called to the school, they defend their kids.
Right.
No matter what they
Like
did.
their kid is an angel and can never do it any wrong.
Well, because it's this idea that it's reflective of you as a parent. And so I'm going to tell you what I think the problem is with parenting, because, it's my show and I'm going to say it. And then, Rick, you can chime in. But I'm just say this. I don't even think it's about being friends with kids, although I do think that's a big problem, this idea that I want my kids to like me. I want kids to be my, buddy or whatever, which is always a weird fucking thing. I've never understood that. I've never understood this idea that I want my kid to be my friend. That's just bullshit. But because that's not your job. But I also think it's the idea that you don't want to confront your child because you don't want them to feel uncomfortable, because then it's kind of yucky. I think that's the problem, because what I'd rather do is have my kid not throw a tantrum, not be upset, not be sad, not be miserable, not feel pain in any way whatsoever, than to actually do what your job is as a parent, which is raise them to be great human beings. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Great human beings. And I think that's the problem. People think it's like a doll, or it's the same reason why. And I know people gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get some hate mail. Look, you can just go to my contact thing and you can send me the email. I don't give a shit. It's the same reason why I hate all these motherfucking dog parents. All these people who have dogs in this town is the same shit. Because they don't train them, they don't pick up after them, but it's like a little toy. It's a little toy. And then the rest of us have to deal with it. And then when a dog is not trained and they're barking all day, or they're, going after to bite somebody or whatever, somehow it's our fault. I said this before, like our neighbors are mad at us because we don't want to hear the dog barking at 2:00 in the morning because it's having anxiety because they're not home.
Right. Or it bit you because you must have, done something to it or something.
Yeah. So I have big issues with parents of all kinds. Kids, Melanie said kids have enough friends, parents are to parent them. You know what? I've always said the reason why, you're absolutely right. I always said the reason why I wouldn't have kids, because I'd be like militant motherfucking parent. I know I would have been, because I would have been strict on the discipline, and that might not have been, I never wanted to have children. So I'm grateful that I never had them, even though when I was growing up, there was a lot of pressure. I think I was 21 or something the first time. So, oh, you don't have children? I was like, what? What? It was so confusing.
It's so funny because when I was a kid, like I always had all my nieces and nephews. I always was taking care of them and everything. And I always said, I don't want any kids. This is my birth control right here. I don't want any kids. And I never gave birth to kids, because the kids I have are my stepkids, and I've raised them since they were 6 and 3, and they're my kids. But it's like, I also have that when they were younger. I also had that ability to say, okay, time for you to go back to your mom.
Your dad, your mom,
Like,
Because We're just stuck.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. It's like, because I'm auntie and godmother. I'm like, I love
Right.
you. You're so cute. Go the fuck home. Not my business. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so tired of 'cause for a long time I would feel bad about
Mhm.
saying anything, because I'm not a parent. And then I realized, what the fuck? I have an opinion and a perspective because I think also too, people are so in it and they're so overwhelmed. They
Mhm.
don't see what they're doing to their kid. Kids
Right.
crave structure. All
Mhm.
kids, all children, whether they realize it or not, want structure and they
Yeah.
need it and it helps them. And it doesn't mean you have to be an asshole about it, but I have one friend, I'm doing air quotes, right? Who was like, well, we have dinner whenever. I'm like, what do you mean you have dinner whenever? And she would be like, well, we have dinner whenever we can, and I'm like, do you guys not have money? I'm confused by the we'll have dinner whenever. Like, do you not have money? Like, she's like, well, we just try, we just sit down. And it's like, then you get mad at the kid because when you want the kid to
Mhm.
be at dinner, or to come to the table, they don't want to come to the table. You've just
Yeah.
taught them for the first 9 years of their life that dinner
Mhm.
time don't matter. And now all of a sudden, because you all up in your feelings about you and your husband and you trying to mend fences and you think you're going to have a divorce, now you want to have family time. And your kid's like, what? I'm playing a video game. You
Right. Yeah.
can't have it both motherfucking ways. All right,
You
let me
gotta
read.
start that from when they were little. When the kids were little, we always had dinner at the table, not in the living room watching TV. We had dinner at the table, and we had game night once a week.
But that's
Spend
structure. That's
yeah.
structure. Let me just read these. Jesse said there is a balance. Your child needs to feel comfortable enough, safe enough to come to us when they have done something wrong and need help. I'm going to disagree with that in a minute, but I'll explain to you why. If people want to learn how to be a parent, watch Leave It to Beaver or Fathers Knows Best. I love Melanie. Melanie is just, she like, let me tell you how it is, okay? Jesse says structure makes kids feel safe when they know the expectations. Yes. So I'm going to disagree with the other comment you said about kids feeling safe to come to you. I don't care how motherfucking safe and how great your relationship is with a parent. And I'm going to tell you this from someone who has watched so many fucking families. I don't care how great you think your relationship is with your daughter, your son, whatever. Kids will always hide things because they're kids.
Yeah.
What they actually need to know is that they can go and talk to someone. That's why you employ the other people in your life, the godmothers, the aunties, the whatevers, because they're not going to come and talk to you when they have their first, feelings of something, or when they want to
Mhm.
kiss a boy, or that may not be, but that's the part of parenting that pisses me off, because you're like, no, my kid always gonna come talk to me. I'm like, okay, believe that until you learn
I
it.
remember one time I was telling someone about their parenting, and they were like, "Well, it's easy for you to say because you don't have kids." And my daughter turned around and was like, "She raised me and my brother,
Yep.
so she does have kids."
Well, Jesse just said to a point, but I disagree Jesse, your personal experience of your children and you, that's fine. I'm saying from my experience, it is not true. You were a kid. This is what I can't stand about parents. I swear to God. I think something happens that you have a protective gene or something when you actually bear children or something. So you forget what you were like as a kid. You did not go to your mother and your father for every little single thing. You didn't. You went to your
Mhm.
friends. You went to
Yep.
maybe your teacher, to your counselor, to your whatever, blah, blah,
You
blah.
might have even gone to your friend's mother before
Yeah.
your own.
I mean, but that's normal growing up. It doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It doesn't mean you did something wrong. Actually, you did something right if your kid
Yeah.
starts to think for themselves, Rick, parent, actual parent in the room.
I mean, Cynthia's an actual parent too. But anyway,
She just says she kind of not, but I know, whatever, I agree.
kind of is. So yeah. But anyway, I think one big problem is that people wait too long to become strict. Like me from day one, But he's just a baby. No, he's a baby, but he's gonna know I'm the daddy and he's the kid, and he's got to do what I tell him to do. Period. So people wait way too long to become strict and lay down the law. And I'm not saying now I was beat like a bar fight by my father. So I'm not going. I never hit my kid ever, 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 ever. But I was strict, and I knew how to give him that look like my father gave me. Like, you think about that before you get ready to do what you want. And he started shaking just like me. He was so much like me.
I was never hit either, but I mean, and you did. You had the look, but you thought. See, that was worse. You thought you were going to be hit. I mean, you actually got hit. So again, I'm really sorry that you went through that, but yeah.
And the other thing I was going to say is that I think the biggest job for the parent is to prepare them to go out into the world on their own, because the world does not give a crap about you.
We do not.
You're not going to get no special award. You ain't getting no special treatment.
Nope.
No, you got to prepare them for that. Nobody's going to coddle you. Nobody's going to do you special favors because you're so awesome.
Do you know what the kids that I work with now that have been raised by the children or whatever, they're getting the backlash because they're so, everything is so, they're so sensitive. They can't take any criticism. You have to tiptoe and be like, and then like the other day, I was like, this is one the other day, it was like 6 weeks ago or something. I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell you straight up what the problem is, because you're not getting it by me being nice. And I don't care anymore. Like, you're not doing this correctly. We are not friends. I am your boss. I will fire you. I could not be any clearer. You know what I mean? Like I was done. And it's because everything is so like, I don't know. Do I have to? I mean, I tried. I did do it. No, you did it half-assed. Filing doesn't mean take all the files and put them in one drawer. That's not filing. Do you know what I mean?
Jesse got it right. It's entitlement.
It's entitled. But it's also, I mean, it is entitled, but it's also just an inability to function. Hard work. I'm not saying all kids, but I am shook. It really was a filing thing. Like, she took the filing. There was like, I don't know, 20 files. All she had to do was put them in alphabetical order. That really is not rocket science. If you have a bachelor's degree from college and you are working in an office and part of your job is to work as the office manager, and I gave you 20 files to file, and you've had that for 3 days, 3 motherfucking days. And then I go to look for the file and I can't find it, but I find it in the empty Z area. You know what I mean? I'm like, I was livid because it wasn't the first time.
They forgot their ABCs.
She was gonna get to it. So what she did was she hit it, and I'm like, and the thing is, it's this constant inability. She took it off so it wouldn't bother me, like in the office. So she put it away, and I'm like, no, you took all that time and now all my energy. You could have done that shit in 5 minutes. It's not that hard. But everything, and I do go. I'm not blaming parents for everything because there's a societal thing, there's technology, there's whatever. But that's part of the problem, is not being able to have any structure, any discipline to just be able to fucking do things from A to Z. You know what I mean? Jesse said, sounds like it was a slow priority put somewhere to do later. Well, yeah, but if that's what your job is, it doesn't take 3 days. It takes 10 minutes to file those files. I could have done it myself, but I didn't. No, I know. Jesse, you can come up if you want. You don't have to show your face. If you want to talk, you can. I don't mind. You can not put your video on if you don't want to. She gonna get on my nerves though. Jesse is one of the youngins. I used to live at her house. Jesse is one of the families I watched from afar. No, I'm just kidding. Let me just put this in the thing. Let me ask you guys another questions. Were parents actually tougher back then or just less visible?
Again, I think both. They were tough.
Facebook. Wait. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Can you just give me 1 second? Because I can't put it on in the chat. She won't get it on Facebook, right? She won't get it on Facebook. Let me just go to here and do it. Hold on a second. She doesn't have to come on, but if she wants to, she can. It's fine. Oy vey. All right. Oh, Jesse, I don't know if I have you on Messenger. Oh, yes, we do. We went back and forth, right? Jesse. Okay, here it is. You don't have to come up, but in case you want to. What? Did she say she doesn't want to come up after I just sent it? It's okay. I can't join. Mine was definitely less visible. What is she talking about? I missed it.
The question you asked.
What was the question?
If the parent was just strict or less visible.
Yeah, your mom though was a sweetheart. Yeah. Her mom was like one of the most beautiful people I've ever met. Really, really one of the most beautiful people. Yeah. But Jesse, how old were you when your mom passed away? If you don't mind me asking, because I forget how old you were. Yeah, she was young. Hey, Mario. I just woke up. This recovery is rough. I just wanted to pop on and say that I miss you guys. Hopefully, I'll be back very soon. Mario, you take your time. You heal. You do what you got to do. We love you. We miss you. Oh, Jesse, I didn't know you were 25. I always think of you as being, the little kid when I met you. I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah.
Your mom died when she was 25? Is that?
No, Jesse was 25. Jesse was
when
25.
Her mom died.
Yeah. But I always think she was so little because Jesse's sister Jackie and I were best friends when we were performing. So, and Jesse was the little kid. Always a little kid, annoying little kid. But Mario, sending you much love to you and Alma, and I hope you get better soon and you feel better soon. So, yeah. But anyways, okay. So let me see. Were parents actually tougher or just less visible? I still think it was more about community on my end. And yeah, Rick, yours doesn't count because that was not tough. That was mean.
You know what? Every generation though says, "Oh, back in my day, our parents were." Every generation says that,
Yeah.
But one thing that's different today, and it's not just the kids now on the phone. Now the parents are just as bad. So it's like, are you giving your kids any attention at all? Like, like the meme about, oh, going to your friends with the restaurant and they're all on the phone. Like, why are you even going to the restaurant then together? You can't, you're on the phone.
But I'll just say, I'm going to throw it back at you. The same thing. Jesse said, I was spoiled as the baby of 10.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was
wow.
a lot of them. She was the baby.
God.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget how old you were when I met you, Jesse, but yeah, you were actually a really good kid. We just thought you were a brat, but you weren't. She was a good kid. Well, because she was the little kid. I think that every generation, it does have its whatever, but I also will say, if you think about when people went from radio to television, I remember growing up and people were like, television's gonna warp your mind, or you're gonna go blind watching TV, or TV, and then MTV was bad. Remember, MTV was the devil or something, or VH1 or whatever it was. And so, yes, you're right. I think technology is, changing or whatever, and pagers and phones or whatever, but I'm not going to blame technology for bad parenting. And I said this to, I think it was Baata. I forget who it was. I said, I don't think it was her actually, because she wouldn't complain about this. But I remember saying, like, you're complaining about your kid having an iPhone, but if the teacher didn't buy the kid the iPhone, like, why you're letting your kid go to school with an iPhone, and then you're mad that they're on their phone all the time and that the teacher's saying they're not learning anything. You guys bought the child for emergency. Okay, well, whatever. Like, I didn't have an iPhone and I was in school. We were fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say. Good parents limit that technology, or good parents, again, teach structure and discipline. I'm not against kids having phones. I am against kids thinking that their phones are more important than learning a lesson in class, and I'm all for the teachers taking the phones at the beginning of class. And I think in California, they just passed a bill or something about that kids can't use their phones in classrooms anymore or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention that much, but I did read that on one of the newsletters this year. But Because that's a big deal. And we're all like panicked if we don't have our phone for an hour, like, my goodness, Lord, so I don't know.
Think
All right.
about how many times we've gone out and then we get ready to go back home and then we go, wait, where's my phone? And you literally panic, like you just lost your child. Like, oh my God,
I don't panic about my phone. Like, I have a bad habit of leaving my phone in my car, and I'll notice it. I'm as addicted to technology as anyone. So the reason why is because I'm probably on my laptop or my computer. You know what I mean? Which my phone attaches to. So I'm not trying to act like, oh, I don't need my phone, as I keep picking it up every 2 seconds while we're on here, right? But like, I will leave my phone in my car for a while or whatever, and then I'll be done with my computer, and then I'll watch TV, and then like maybe some time will go by and I'll be like, what the hell did I do with my phone? And no matter what, it's always in my car, but for some reason, I don't remember that's where it is. I'm like, did I leave it at work? I couldn't have left it at work. Let me go look at my briefcase. Is it in my briefcase? No, it's not in my briefcase. And it's always, without a doubt, in my car, always. Yeah. Let me see. All right. Was discipline in the 80s more about yelling, grounding, or just ignoring you for hours? How do today's parents handle conflict compared to how your folks did? The conflict one is good.
Let's see. What was taken away from me if I was bad? Not that we had a lot of technology back in the 80s or
no, but you guys, you don't remember this because you were too young, but you guys had a lot of toys. You guys had all the Barbie dolls and all the townhouses and so I don't know what your mom did, but I was so jealous because I had none of that shit. But you guys had all that stuff. You even had the pink car. The Barbie car, you had the car, you had the Ken doll, but no one gave a shit about Ken. But you had all the friends, and you had you had the 3-decker. I remember it like it was yesterday because I fucking was so jealous. But I think you guys would not be able to play with your toys. I think that was a big deal because I remember being like, hee, because I'd be like, see, now you don't have a toy either.
And I'd be sent to bed early.
Oh, really?
That I'd be sent to bed early. Yep. And then when like Nintendo, Atari, all that came out, it was like, okay, now you can't play with that or watch TV. And it's wow. Yeah.
I was a perfect child, so I never got in trouble like that. Yeah, no, I didn't. I got yelled at because I didn't put my spoon in the sink. So that's the extent of my discipline. I was such a bad child growing up. Jesse said, I hate to say it, but I learned bad habits from my childhood. Husband did too. We actually went to therapy to learn how to break the cycle of yelling. Really? I don't even, well, I mean, I don't remember anyone yelling in your house, but I wasn't there all the time. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
I think I need to go to therapy for that.
You yell a lot, Cynthia? Everyone find that so surprising because you're so quiet and nice.
One would beg to differ.
Yeah. Do you guys yell and scream a lot? You do? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I don't see Juan screaming, but I could see him being gruff and angry about it. Yeah.
He'll be angry, but he's like that. When he gets into an argument with me, he gets very quiet and like talks so low, and it drives me up the wall. I
love it. Rick, are you a yeller?
I am a yeller.
I'm totally opposite from my father. He was a huge, like the walls shook when he yelled. It was crazy. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, yeah, I'm totally opposite from him. Like that's why if we ever go out and his friends would hang out with him and he took me and my brother with him, he'd be like, I can't believe this is your son. He's so opposite from you. Completely opposite from you. Are you sure? Are you sure it's your son? Because I was totally opposite. I've never yelled. Like I said, I never hit my kid. I never even hardly yelled when I was married. Like, I'm just not that type of person.
That's funny. I still remember one time we were having a cookout at Juan's mother's house, and his nephews, one of them had like yelled at my sister-in-law, and my nieces were there. And I yelled at his nephew, and I said, hey, don't talk to your mother like that. And my niece was like, oh my God, I just had a flashback.
That's so wrong. That's so terrible. Wow. That's good. Yeah. I yell. I don't, I mean, I have my highs and lows. When I get mad, I scream and yell at people. I get worried though, because if you get me really upset, I get really street ghetto. And that's we're in a different ball game. We're in a different ball game when we're there. But yeah. But I like doing what Juan does. It's not that I like to do it. I just know that pisses people off even more. Quiet and walk away. It's just like, sorry, you're so upset. You know what I mean?
We should ask Xavier. Xavier, come here for a minute.
Are you going to embarrass him?
I sure am. We're talking about parenting, right?
Hey, Xavier.
Am I a yeller?
Hi, Xavier. How are you? How you doing, beautiful? I miss you.
I'm great.
He's so cute.
So what was the question?
So Cynthia's a bad parent, right?
No, what? No, we're not going that far. I'm not going that far. Disagree, 100%.
Is she the
What is the
easy
question?
one or your dad?
Who's the easy one?
My dad.
Yeah.
She's the strict one.
Told you.
She was the enforcer. He was the lenient one.
Oh, really? But
You know,
was
you
the
go. You know how they
cooler
say like the stereotype is you go ask mommy for the cookie. No, we go ask daddy for the cookie. Cynthia's gonna say no.
wow.
We'll just go ask him instead. We know he's gonna say I don't care.
So cool. That's so awesome. Who's the parent you would go to if you wanted something? Who would give it to you?
In what sense?
Anything.
Like something that I'm not supposed to have, my dad. Something that I need, Cynthia.
Oh, wow, this is so good. This is good. Cynthia, why don't you go? Let us sit down with Xavier.
I have to go be my parent. I have to be a parent myself.
No, I understand. My baby, he's so cute.
I like good to see you guys. I'll see you later though.
My baby, he's so cute. That smile kills me every time. It was nice to see him when I was in Boston, right? When we went to have dinner. That was nice to hang out with him. He was so cute. He's a good kid. You don't think he's a good kid? He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
You were talking about parenting yesterday. You're not talking about him. You're talking about, is somebody else there? The mother?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Right. Okay. Anyways. But yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a good kid. Okay. What, Rick, you were going to say something?
Was I? I don't remember now.
I don't know. Oh, just you asking who was more fun. I bet the dad, Juan, was more fun than Cynthia. Cynthia's a disciplinarian.
Who's more fun?
Cynthia plans more fun, but my dad is more fun.
Oh, that's true. You plan. You're the structure.
Right.
Oh, I thought he was leaving. Is he leaving?
He just left.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Gotta love the honesty.
What?
Gotta love the honesty.
Yeah,
I know.
They are.
That I do love. How old is he now?
30.
30. He looks like he's 17 years old. Okay, your internet's going in and out. Okay. Rick, are you seeing that she's going in and out? Or is it just me? Oh, okay. She's good now, though, right?
Yeah.
No, she's frozen again.
Oh, yeah, frozen again. Yeah.
That's okay. That's all good. We love her anyways. Okay. All right. Technology as a third parent. Who was raised by Nintendo or VHS tapes? Oh, I didn't really do Nintendo, but VHS tapes. It's so wrong that was so long ago. What does it mean that kids now have iPads at age 2? It's kind of what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's kind of like the same thing when parents would put their kids in front of the TV and then, you know what I mean? And then go do their stuff. It was like a free babysitter or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good now too, because like, we talked about technology before, that everything's changing and these young kids know all about the technology. So in a way it is good because they are learning about it, but I also don't like them to be on it for so long.
I know, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell some other parents. I won't mention their names because y'all know them. The problem is you don't know technology, so you don't understand it. And so it scares you. I do think that is the bigger problem. I have no problem with kids using technology. It's kind of like saying, no, you cannot use a microwave. It doesn't even make any sense, right? I mean, if like you wouldn't be opposed to using a microwave, but it sounds exactly the same thing because you don't know enough about technology because you don't use it enough, right? The problem isn't the technology. The problem is, again, there just hasn't been any discipline in how much time to use it. By the way, you can't tell your kids don't use technology, and then in the next breath, you're using it all day long yourself, right? If you're at the dinner table or you're at a restaurant and you're using your phone, why is it that your kids can't use their phone when they're at the dinner table? You know what I mean? You can't have it both ways. Jesse said it's tough, but these kids need to know technology or they won't be as advanced as other kids. They need it nowadays, but there needs to be oversight. Yeah, no. I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. I think technology is important, but it's not about the technology. Again, it's the discipline and the structure.
I would say, I don't, everybody has to gauge the age for your own kid, I guess, but to give them their own little device and it's theirs and they have access to it 24/7, I wouldn't do that too young. Like, you can use mine for a little while, if you want to watch. I can see people say, "Oh, I want to watch some YouTube videos," and they know how to switch it to YouTube Kids, so it's safe for the kid.
Yeah.
Like, some parents don't go through the process of learning to do that stuff, and so that's why they're like, no, I just avoid it altogether because you don't take the time. Like, that you can limit. You can put time limits on how much internet you can use. You can do stuff, but they don't want to be bothered to learn how to do it. I guess I don't know,
Right.
but there can be structure that way.
Yeah. Again, it's an easy babysitter, right? So if your kid is sitting on their iPad playing with whatever for 2 hours, you as a mother who's exhausted or whatever it is, you can go and take a nap or you can do whatever it is that parents need to do that they don't seem to have time, but hey, how are you? People need to, I forgot his name. What's his name? Larry? Anthony. Larry. Oh my God. Sorry. Hi, Anthony. People need to get ham radio license. What's a ham radio license? Then you really appreciate technology. The world we live in wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for ham radio. I need to know what ham radio is. Wait a minute. Do you mean hand radios? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
Ham. No, it is ham.
What
It's like
is,
like CBs, kind of CBs,
me
but
just
it's
see.
like
Let's
radio
ask Frederico. It is okay, let me see. Ham radio, officially known as amateur radio, is a hobby and communication service where licensed individuals use radio equipment to talk across town, around the world, or even into space, all without relying on the internet or cell phones. Okay. How it
Like
works.
a satellite thing.
It's radio. It's literally
It's radio waves, two-way communication. So like a walkie-talkie or something, kind of more on that level. I always think of truckers. I think truckers probably use that kind of thing better, or used to. I don't know what they do now. Because I used to hang out with the truckers. I don't know why I even said that.
Wasn't there a TV show with a guy that was a trucker and he had a monkey? Who was that? Remember that show? That was a show. I was a kid.
Both me and Cynthia like, what? Like, you said you added the monkey. We're like, wait, what?
We went everywhere with his monkey. It was weird.
I don't know what that is.
What are you talking about? You actually need a license, like for real, legit license. You just can't go talking on there nilly-willy. Like, you gotta have a license for that.
In the 80s, was it just mom does everything? How has co-parenting dynamics changed and affected children today?
Yeah, my mom did everything. She did everything. I mean, my stepdad, he also worked and he would cook here and there, but my mom did most of the stuff.
Rick, is that the thing? Any which way but loose?
Oh, I think that might have been the name of the show. Yeah. Oh, BJ and the Bear. Yeah.
BJ and the Bear. Melanie comes in. I love because I think Melanie's gone and then she's like comes in all the time. Parenting. Leave it to Beaver. What were you saying, Cynthia? I'm sorry. Your mom did everything. Your mom did everything.
Oh, yeah.
Your father used to do some stuff.
Yeah, my stepdad, he would cook here and there because he was a chef, but he cooked all day at work, so he wouldn't really want to come home and cook. So my mom would cook, a lot of the times.
Your mom and dad weren't together, right? What are you talking about?
My stepfather and my mom.
Oh, your stepdad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Earth 2? Like, what are we talking about? Like, okay. What was his name? I forgot.
Alberto.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, got it. I got confused for a minute there. Okay. All right.
My mom did everything too in our house. Literally,
Yeah.
she worked. My dad had a heart attack at 30 something, and he never worked again after that. And even though he did nothing, he had all the time in the world to do anything, he didn't.
Because men suck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, I think things have changed a lot because women do work. So, I think that also changes the dynamics of parenting. But I would think that would be a better thing because men could be more involved. But, as I say that, like, I'm just, yeah. But I do think the dynamics are changing. So, but I still think even if you're just one parent, it's all about structure, discipline. I also think this is the part too. Like, again, I say this just being someone who's watched way too many people and families or whatever. So it's just when you do have some sort of structure, you actually do have time for yourself as a couple. And the parents that had fierce structure always had these wonderful relationships. You know what I mean? Not just with their kids, but because there was time for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just interesting thing, I think that's why I never was like, going to get married and never going to have children. Because I was like, if I can't have top tier, I want nothing. You know what I mean? I want perfection or nothing. So I will be alone. You might get a dog.
By the way, shout out to all the single parents holding it down without extra help. God bless you.
Melanie said, I'm listening while deep cleaning a classroom. Girl, I always forget that you're at work. Thank you so much. We love you. We adore you. And Melanie's also supportive of me on TikTok, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Melanie. My fierce, mean TikToks. And every time I see her like something, I'm like, oh my God, Melanie. Like, I always curse when she likes something. Because I know that she thinks it's good because she don't like everything that I do. You know what I mean? So when the people are really paying attention to you and they like something, you're like, okay, good. I said something good today. So thank you, Melanie. But yeah, what were you saying, Rick?
Definitely shout out to the single parents. Yeah. And 95, 99, I'll even say percent of them are women, and it's those very few unicorn men who are single parents, and choose to be. Shout out to them too.
I want to give a shout out to the godmothers and the aunties that no one ever gives a fuck about. And we don't have a day. We don't have a day to ourselves. And we pick up all the motherfucking slack. Okay. And I'm angry about it. Okay. And I ain't including the motherfucking uncles because they don't do the same shit. No, they do not. They do not. And the godfathers. That's bullshit. They do not. It's always the aunties. And there should be a National Auntie Day. I do. Yeah. I think it should be on my birthday. That's what I'm just saying. January 12th. It should be National Auntie Godmother Day. Just saying. Yeah.
You share your birthday with another holiday? You really do?
Well, because then it would be more than like, happy birthday, Carmen. It'd be like, where's the fucking gifts? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about being an auntie. Like, okay, here's the thing. So I have six godchildren, right? So here's the thing. I have to every year, whether I talk to them or not, like, because, they're all older now, whatever. Somehow I still have to give them money on their birthday. I barely get a happy birthday on my birthday. You know what I mean? Like, unless their parents tell them. It's annoying. Wait, July 26th. What's July 26th?
Is that
her birthday?
No, is that Aunt or Godparents Day?
Maybe.
I know there's a Grandparents Day. That's in September.
I'm looking it up right now.
God bless
my God, it's July 26th. There is an Auntie Day. It was created by Melanie Notkin, founder of Savvy Auntie, to honor women who played nurturing, supportive roles in children's lives, whether they're biological aunts, godmothers, or I had no idea. When did this start?
There's literally a day for everything
It
nowadays.
doesn't, don't knock it down. This is a big deal.
There's chocolate chip cookie day. There's a day
That's not
for
the same. Why you belittling? Rick, we're done with you. Goodbye.
chocolate cake day.
Oh my God, since 2009.
Wow.
I could have looked it up before. I just was happier complaining about it. I just never thought there was one. All right, July 26th. That means July 25th is going to be all about aunties.
Oh,
Oh,
godparent
look.
day.
And the first Sunday of June is Godparents Day.
Yeah, godparent though. That's like for real. I'm just godmother. I don't care about the other half of that. Yeah. And that's probably more Christian-y oriented. Yeah. I mean, I am legitimately a godmother to these children, but the auntie thing is cool. I had no idea. Oh, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate. When I say we, I mean all of the parents that I am godmother and auntie to. I want gifts, cash preferably. Y'all have my Zelle.
It's on a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. I take gifts now, though. Yep. I also have a buy me a cup of coffee thing in my bio. I set it up. Yep. I set it up. Or you can support me on my Substack. I got I had a subscriber. So they paid monthly. They paid like twice. So I got like $16 because I didn't really change it. And then they stopped being a subscriber once I actually started posting. I'm like, oh. And then I just got someone who paid $60.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it was Billy. It was Billy. But I didn't force him to. I didn't say he had to do it, but I did fix it so that it's an actual normal amount. You know what I mean? Because I think I shouldn't be charging the same as, like some big time people. Although then I think, why not? I'm good. But I wanted to be more realistic. You know what I mean? So support me on my Substack, bitches. At least subscribe for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitches. That'll help, right? Saying bitches. That'll bring people in. But yeah, that was really funny. Okay, wait, we're not done. I had no idea. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Jesse. I had no idea we're going to celebrate it this year.
Yep.
It's going to be me by myself. Nobody going to celebrate it. Nobody going to give a fuck. They're not going to give a shit. Okay.
I might get in big trouble for this, but Lexi, the one that does the soul school?
Yeah.
So recently, it's very sad. Her dog died. And you can tell, like, she was super close to the dog. And it was a female dog. And then she made a video. She's like, it's this guy saying, another way to say female dog is a bitch. Da-da-da. So then she comes on, she goes, let me tell you something. That bitch held it down. That bitch was there for me all the time. That bitch was about to die. I'm like, oh my God.
No, I didn't see that one.
So funny. I did not cuss. I used it for the dog. Y'all calm down. That's why I'm going to get in trouble.
You know what? You need to get over the cussing thing. I ain't going to get into it with you. Okay? Just let it go. She's really funny, though. She's amazing. Yeah, I didn't see that one yet. I haven't seen her on my... the people I follow on my TikTok, I actually never see. If I don't follow people, I see them all the time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that thing happened again. After I posted my 1-minute video, and as it's uploading, Carmen comes up. I was like,
okay,
again?
You say that, but then you don't like it. So it means nothing
I like
to
it
me.
today, whatever you said today.
Yeah,
if it's political, I'm probably not going to.
It doesn't matter. What I say politically is actually true now. You should all be liking my political shit because it's true. And we all living in hell right now. We all need to come together. What I said today that was political was there's a lot of people who are Trump supporters who are now apologizing. They're going onto TikTok for their vote. And I'm like, and then they're mad. Like I saw like 3 of them. They're like, okay, I want to apologize. I didn't know. I didn't read Project 25. I didn't know he's going to do this, blah, blah. And then they're like, but if you're going to come for me in the comments, and I'm like, why are you posting on TikTok? Like, of course people are going to come after you. Like, it's like open bullseye. You know what I mean? So that's what my TikTok was today. And I'm welcoming everyone back. Okay, I'm just saying, and I'm welcoming everyone back because we gotta fix things in this country. We gotta get together. We gotta find a way to meld and to get back to that place where we love each other more than the stupid administration that is trying to divide us all the time. You know what I mean? We have to get back to that place where we love our neighbors and that we care about each other and that we care about our communities, you know, and I am all for that. I don't care what you did before. We're here now. We're here now. You know what
We
I mean?
need the village again.
We need to what?
I said, we need the village again.
We need the village. We need the village. We need the village. Yeah. I still have faith in the American people. I still do. It's been hard, but I still do. And I see people trying, you know. And I understand why people are angry and upset about it, you know, like the Jeffrey Epstein thing seems to be the line. So I think that's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to accept, you know. The famous comedian said something negative too. We didn't sign up for this, forget his name, but he had T on his show. Recently had Bernie and yeah. I know who it is. Yeah, we just have to figure it out. And you know what? It's not, look at, we're at the hour mark, so we can move on from this, but this show generally doesn't talk about politics and it generally doesn't talk about religion, but that's going to change in the future too, because I think there are some things we do need to talk about. It doesn't mean we're going to have it on the Friday night show or whatever, but there will be another show, hopefully another day that we're going to do to have gentle conversations, loving conversations, so that we can kind of work through things and try to be a country again and not be so hateful towards each other. Because here's the thing, I can't be authentically myself and pretend something isn't going on that isn't affecting all of us. And so that's why I'm going to be making that change in the future. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean anyone has to participate, but just because you don't do politics doesn't mean politics ain't happening to you and to everyone else in your family and friends. And as I mentioned, I think I told you guys in the green room, I know 2 people who have been taken by ICE. This is not a joke. You know what I mean? Like, this is a bad thing. These are not criminals. These are good, decent people, right? There are people who are living in fear. I heard a helicopter the other day here in Santa Monica. Usually I'm like, oh, that's probably just somebody on the beach or, you know, something going on. But now I'm like, oh, it's probably ICE, you know? And I walk around with my license and my passport now. I never did that before, because even though all of you know I'm an American citizen, born and raised, and my mother was a citizen, that's not what they're doing. They're taking brown people off the streets. So it matters to all of us. So not to bring the show down, it's just to say we care about our country. We all do. We all do. So we have to start having the conversations with ourselves. Melanie said both sides need to stop the hate toward the other side. Absolutely, Melanie. I agree 100%. Absolutely. And I appreciate you saying that. I really, really do. So yeah. Cool, guys. I don't mean to cut us off or anything. Let me see if there's one more question so we can leave on a laughter note. You know what I mean? Now that I did my diatribe on the politics. Let me just see. Bonus round. Let me see. Gentle guide or silent watcher. If you were the primary parent, what rule would you never break? If you were the primary parent, or if you are the primary parent, what rule would you never break? Is that a hard question?
That's helpful.
That might be a harder question, right? Let's see.
Where do these rules come from?
Oh, come on, just don't overanalyze it. It was just a question. That's what Rick always does. He always wants, like, because he can't come up with an answer. So he's like, oh, hitting. Okay, see? You see how Jess just easily answered the question? You see that? So demure. So what was that person that was on?
Yeah.
See how she did that? So classy, so demure. I forget what it was. What was the saying?
What
was it?
I forgot what it was.
Okay, wait. We're gonna ask Federico. His name is not Federico. What was the saying on TikTok? Demure. Let's see if it comes up with it. Very demure, very mindful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very demure, very mindful. Yeah, that's so far. That's hilarious. You know what? I don't think you have to hit your children, but I also have seen, and I understand, I've heard people say, you know what? I hit my kids. That's how I was raised. I think there's a difference between your child going to go to the stove for the second and third time when you've told them no and you slap them on the hand a bit, as opposed to what I think we all conjure, which is beating the fuck out of your children. You know what I mean? Like, no, but I'm saying, like, nobody is okay. Well, no normal person is okay with abusing children, but I understand that sometimes a little smack on the booty because you didn't hear me the first time might be a little, you know what I mean? Like I look at that's where I'm like, I'm not a parent, and I can see the different sides of that. But Jesse, I agree with you. That I would never hit a kid, but I would be not a mean parent in a bad way, but I really am so ultra disciplined that I think it would be hard for any kid not to have the fear of God in them, because I'd be so like looking at them and they'd have to run to their room and do their homework and clean their room, you know? Yeah. I live by myself and I make my bed every day. And if I accidentally forget to make my bed and I'm in my car, I will drive back. I never forget to make my bed. I will make my bed. That's how disciplined I am. Melanie said proper discipline is different from hitting. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. I think I would have been a horrible parent. What?
That's another big difference now than a long time ago was. A long time ago it used to be go to your room, and that was a punishment. And it actually was a punishment because it was boring. You didn't have TV, you didn't have video games, you had books, whatever, maybe comic books would be like that. Today, oh sure, I'll go to my room. Why not? That's my favorite movie.
Right. Jesse said, I mean violence, right? Hitting shouldn't ever be done in anger. That's the key. Tap on bottom without screaming or anger is different. Absolutely, right. It should never be, right. It shouldn't be about you. It shouldn't be about you. It's because you're trying to teach your child something. But again, I never touched a stove. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't in.
I had the nerve one time to actually say, "This hurts me more than you," and I'm like, "Sir,
right. You like want to bet?"
Right. That was the saying back then. Yeah. All right, cool guys. Yeah. It was wonderful. It was fun. Thank you so much. Any last words, parents?
No.
Get them ready for the world. Get them ready for the world. Again, like I said earlier, the world does not give a crap about you. So get them ready for that reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for some
and
of
listen.
you,
Listen to them.
Mm-hmm. They really
oh,
do
really?
know about a lot of stuff. Maybe not technology, but they do know. They have more life experience. Believe it or not.
I think kids today are so much smarter than we were. They really are, because they have access to so much information.
Yeah.
Well, they don't understand nuance, but they know a lot about the world that we didn't know, because we'd actually have to go to the library and get an encyclopedia and read it and look it up. And I know we like to pretend we used to do that, but no, we didn't. You know what I mean? I wasn't running to the fucking library all the time to research something. But kids today are really smart. I mean, but there's the backlash to that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they know more. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you so much. Remember, Sunday, please check us out at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's our recorded interview with Josh Simons. Really cool, fun conversation. Jesse just said we did some dangerous stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's next Friday. We're going to talk about that next Friday. Okay.
The metal slide in the summertime when it was 90 degrees outside, you burn your skin off.
Okay. All right, everyone. I just said goodbye. So remember, at the end of the day, it really is all about the joy. Bye, everyone. Thank you for visiting. Bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
What you talk about?